Get out of the week ahead? And secondly, what is your personality type? So we've got lovely Krishy at the White Lotus Company joining. Hey, good morning. Lovely to see you, lovely lady. If you're joining us on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, pop into the comments, come and say hello. So happy Monday. I hope that you had a really good weekend. We've had a really good rest over half term. Hey, lovely Krishy. Really good rest over half term. Got the kids back into school this morning, so back into routine. Really excited as well for Halloween. And we've got Nilamar over on Facebook as well. Hey, lovely Nilamar. So Nilamar and Krishy, both two of our wonderful Catalyst members. So every Monday morning in the Catalysts, we set our goals and we set our intentions for the week ahead. So thinking about, as you move through the week, how do you want to be feeling when you get to Friday? What is it that you want to be celebrating? What's that intention that you're going to set for yourself? So last week, I set the intention of being present, right, with my family. So yeah, I was working, but really making sure that I slowed down, that I spent time with the children, and setting that intention on Monday really helped me so that when I got to Friday, I was like, yeah, do you know what? I've managed to stay true to that intention. I've managed to make sure that I am present, that I have spent time with them, that I haven't been kind of on my phone while I've been talking to them, that we've done some nice things together. That was really important to me to do that over half term. Now, this week is all about, my intention for this week is all about preparation. November is a really busy month, and you know that lead up to Christmas. What I think once we get into November, and December for all of us can be quite busy. There's quite a lot going on work-wise. So my intention this week is to prepare, to make sure that I know what's coming up in my diary, that I'm giving myself plenty of time to prepare for the different events and trainings, etc. We've got Find Your Brave coming up our week on Friday, Find Your Brave live in London, and we cannot wait for that event. So obviously that's a big kind of part of the whole intention to prepare. So that was my first invitation this morning to you, to ask you to think about, okay, what's my intention for the week ahead as I move into this new week? What is my intention? And when I take myself forward to Friday, how do I want to be feeling? What do I want to be thinking? What do I want to be saying to myself? Because when we set that intention, it's kind of like setting the sat nav in our car, that we will get to the place that we want to be by the end of the week. Whereas if we race into the week, don't set any intentions, we're very reactive to everything, and we don't end up achieving what we want to do, and more importantly, we don't end up feeling how we want to feel. Hey Kavita, the Unlikely Mummies, with us on Insta as well. Good morning, I hope you're doing well today, lovely. So the second thing I'm going to talk about today is, what personality type are you? So I'm just going to share a little bit about this tool called DISC personality profiling that we use with our one-to-one clients, but we also offer as a kind of standalone tool as well. Super passionate about DISC because it's really helped me, first of all, increase understanding of myself, so to raise my self-awareness. It's also really helped me to understand the people around me, so both in my personal relationships, so my husband, my kids, the people close to me, but also at work and also with clients. So DISC is just, they say it kind of unlocks the people puzzle. It really helps us to understand ourselves and to understand each other better. Hey, if you're just joining on Insta, you've got some initials going on there. I can't quite pronounce your name, but JHG, good morning. Let me know how you're doing this morning. So there are 4 main DISC personality types. Now, some of us might have a strong preference for one of these, and for some of us, it might be that we have kind of a blend of 2 or more of these. But the first one, so DISC stands for D. So D is the first personality type, and that stands for dominant, right? So people who have a D preference tend to be more dominant, tend to be more direct, tend to like to do things at a faster pace, and tend to be quite task focused. That's the D personality. Now, understanding this helped me really understand my husband and my son. They're both D personalities. They can both be direct to the point, maybe sometimes of being a little bit blunt. They can be like things to be done kind of now. And the biggest fear that both of them have is being taken advantage of. So with my son particularly, I have to really work to kind of show him if there's a compromise to be made or something going on, what's in it for him, so that I will get the buy-in for him. I also, when I was still in employment, figured out that my boss, my immediate line manager, had a very, very high D. And again, understanding that helped me to understand her and helped me to understand my sort of responses to her. Often we get Ds in position of leadership and management. So that's the D. The I is an influencer. So this is my personality type, right? So Is tend to be pretty enthusiastic, high energy, pretty people focused, and can be people that can kind of inspire and influence other people, because very, very interested in other people. Tend to not be so task focused, tend to be quite people focused. The challenge of having a really high I personality type is being really, really people focused, and sometimes not slowing down enough to look at the process and to look at the details. So that's a challenge that I'm always working on, to say, hey, Sarah, like, slow down. Have you checked this? Have you thought this through? Have you overestimated your time? All of that. I'm always coaching myself on those sorts of things. The third personality type stands for S, which is kind of to do with stable, security, liking the status quo. Now, again, S personality types are really, really people focused. They really value the relationships that they have with the people around them. They will really go out to protect the people that they love, and really prefer things to kind of stay the same, to have that sort of sense of constancy. So my mum is a great example of that. Very people focused, but sometimes can be a bit resistant to change. Sometimes can be not like things to kind of come up at the last minute, and can feel threatened if she perceives that there's a threat to the people that are around her. So that's an S. And then the final one, the fourth one, is a C personality type. Hey, lovely Kim, another one of our Catalyst members. Great to have you with me this morning. I hope you're well. I'm just talking about DISC and about how much it's helped me. So the fourth personality type is DISC is a C, and C stands for cautious. C personality types tend to be compliant, or to like compliancy, like to follow procedures, to follow the rules, often make great accountants or jobs where attention to detail is required. My dad is a really high C, really, really likes the finer detail, really doesn't respond well when I'm kind of if I kind of go, hey dad, I've got this crazy idea, let's do this, we'll kind of change the plan at the last minute. Doesn't really like that, likes things to be quite detailed, it's quite secure. Hey, is that Gorminator? Lovely to see you, thank you for joining. So of those four that I've described, so the D is kind of the dominant, the I is the kind of influencer, the S is like the secure or stable, and the C is the kind of cautious or compliant. I'm wondering what's coming up for you. Now, some of you might have done something like a colours report, maybe when you've been, if those of you worked in corporate may have done that, colours or insights. It's a very, very similar tool, but I'm wondering what's resonating for you. So if I've kind of mentioned any of those, I'm wondering for you, if you think, oh, I wonder if I'm that one, that kind of seems like that might be me. Or Okay. Oh dear, we've got a lovely comment on YouTube that I need to remove later. It's great when you get that, isn't it? When you get that spam at like 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. I'll deal with that in a minute and try and ignore that. Who's that? Coaching with Helen Louise. Hey Helen, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining. Now, so I was explaining about the DISC personality report types, and I'm wondering for you, which one maybe resonates with you? So let me know in the comments, what do you think maybe resonates with you? Is the one that you think, oh yeah, that sounds like that could be me? Or maybe you've got people close to you and you think, oh gosh, yeah, Sarah, from what you said, that sounds like that might maybe them. So DISC is really, really helpful in helping us to understand ourselves. It produces, from a very kind of short survey, produces an 18-page, really detailed report that explains to you about your personality preferences, about how you interact with other people, also helps you to understand your strengths and your areas for development, and gives you advice as well about how to interact with different personality types. So it's really useful from a personal point of view. It's really, really helped me from a family and relationships point of view. And it's really helped me to help people in the workplace who are working as part of a team to unlock that personality puzzle and to enhance our understanding of each other, which is an incredibly powerful tool. So if you think, oh, do you know, I'd love to learn more about that, either to do a report for myself or to do a report for my team, or maybe for my team to come to a sort of training workshop all about DISC where we go into a bit more detail and unpack that and produce those reports for your team, just pop us an email, hello@coachingcatalyst.com, and we'll be really happy to give you some more information about that. But for now, I'd love to know, which personality type do you think that you might be, or what do you recognize about your personality traits? Or maybe you find sometimes that you have challenges with other personality types. I wonder for you what comes up there and what might be useful for you. Okay, so happy Monday. Two things today. Think about that goal, that intention for the week. And secondly, think about that DISC personality profiling. What do you think resonates with you? How do you think that might be helpful for you? Would really, really love to know. The sun is shining here. I'm looking forward to getting out for a walk with the dog later today. Wishing you a wonderful week. And those of you that have joined me live, drop me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, either what your goal is for the week or what resonates from what I've shared with you today. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, I'm going to sign off Insta now. Bye-bye. Okie dokie. And I am going to finish over here on Facebook and LinkedIn.